My last post got a little overwhelming. I'm still glad I did it. Reading the comments, I just got to the point I was like, what am I doing? I asked Vera to talk. She started. She actually did kind of apologize. Said she was just stressed because she's expected Maddie to either keep the same custody schedule or maybe a bit more, but not full time and certainly not with a baby. And then she didn't think I'd actually let her live here with the baby. She said she'd be able to work with a compromise of Maddie and the boyfriend. Let's call him Doug. Getting their own place when he started working full-time. And they could promise to never ask her for help. I guess she thought as long as she has an end in sight she would be able to handle it. I told her I understood. But her behavior was out of line and I can't see us working out after this. She was upset and seemed shocked and got pretty mad. I told her she was welcome to stay in the basement. Finished. Walk out. With a kitchenette. For a month while she found a new place. And I'd pay her back for the bills she'd paid. $790, so I rounded up to $1,000. She wasn't happy at any of this and was freaking out, so I called and asked Maddie if she could stay with Doug for the night. I offered to give Vera some space and she told me to fuck off. I was working from home that day, so I was around but not in her way at all while she moved her things downstairs. She had work that night and let me know the next morning she'd be moving to her friends. I offered help, but again she said no and left her key on the counter. I changed the security code, but told her if she left anything there just to let me know and I'd let her in to come and get it. So I thought there'd be no drama. I was actually obviously sad but felt better about the whole thing. We can't prove anything, but Maddie's carnivore plants started rapidly dying the last few days. And she said a bunch of her concentrated fertilizer was gone. We all know not to touch them or water them. As in, she had me install rain barrels because they can't have tap water. She's devastated and hasn't said it directly, but I think we both think Vera did something to them. I've asked her if she wants me to do anything about it and she's said no. And at one point Vera sent her a nasty text saying she's the reason I'm alone and she hopes she's happy. I told her to block her. I don't know if she feels guilty or like she deserves it. She doesn't even want me to replace them and said she'll just try to salvage some of them. So if anyone knows of good sites in the US to buy pictures or pings, hit me up. So not great. I'm gonna stay single for a while obviously. But there's some good news. I have a female friend who Maddie has known forever and has had kids, and she took her out to lunch. My issue was that Maddie thought she could power through and take courses in the spring with a newborn. She wouldn't listen to me and told me she'd make it work. My friend was able to convince her that one semester wasn't going to ruin her life. So that is a positive. And the boyfriend, Doug, I talked with his parents. They are like me. Not thrilled but going to be supportive and excited for a grandbaby. They live over an hour away though. But told them I had a spare room they could use when they visit. And Doug, who does work part-time while he's in school. I told him yes, work this semester, but next semester your #1 job is to finish your degree no matter what. I am willing to support them both financially. And with the baby more than I normally would. Next semester, because I know the best way to ensure my grandbaby has a good life is making sure their dad has his degree and a good job. He seemed to understand and was thankful. Maybe he's not as much of a ding-dong as I thought he was, lol. Too long didn't read? I broke up with Vera and she moved into a friend's. We don't know if it was her. But Maddie's plants have been dying and she's devastated. But the boyfriend is doing good and moving in so he can be a present parent.